Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Five-star edge rusher Jordan Ross has found himself the topic of discussion over the last 24 to 48 hours. Very interesting stuff taking place on Twitter. Is he a guy that is trending towards Tennessee, or is it all thumbs down? We're going to unpack it all. We're going to take a look at the tweets. You know, coming out of his official visit to Tennessee back at the end of June, he named Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia as the top three. Said it was a great weekend on Rocky Top. Said he had a good time. And then he followed that up with some interesting words. He said, I will probably make a silent commitment and not tell anybody but the coaches. He said, but I probably won't announce anything until December. Now he goes on. He says, or I might just pop it out. You never know. It depends on how I feel about the school. Again, very interesting things that we're going to get into on Twitter. We are going to discuss, but as always, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up just below the video. That is quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not talking at you. We are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live on Friday night. Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, live commitment of four-star running back Braylon Russell. Make sure you're dialed in right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, and we'll get into it. But let's talk about Jordan Ross. And we're going to start with why he is a priority target. You can see the profile there on the screen. 6'4", 215 pounds out of Alabama. Let's go down and get one of the top players out of the state of Alabama and put them in the Big Orange. Nothing sounds better to me. He is a five-star prospect. When you go to 247 Sports, you can see he's a four-star according to the On3 industry rankings. But no matter where you look, he is a top 10 edge rusher, top 6 actually. On3 has him the lowest at 6th. 247 Sports has him as the second best edge rusher in the country. You can roll on over to the scouting report and take a look at what it says about him. Edge defender who plays with his hand in the dirt and in a two-point stance with a prototypical body type and a motor that allows him to harass offenses all game long. It's got the measurables there, 6'8" wingspan, 4.68 in the 40, 30-inch vertical, 4.49 short shuttle during the spring camp circuit. Goes on to say flashes raw power when defending against the run while shedding blocks. Excellent first step and get off. Tremendous closing speed in the open field. Gains on ball carriers in a hurry. Will need to develop a wide array of pass rush moves to reach his ceiling at the next level, but should come with collegiate coaching. Upside is through the roof and has his best ball ahead of him on the younger end of the spectrum for the 2024 cycle. So that's the scouting report and the profile for the five-star edge rusher out of Alabama. I think you pair Jordan Ross with a guy that I failed to mention in the video yesterday morning. Danny Okoye is a guy that loves him some Rocky Top. He is a four-star edge rusher. Pair him with Jordan Ross. Let's go get Cam Franklin. Who knows? Maybe flip Cam Fountain, and let's call it a day. You send those boys to Rodney Garner, and let's go to work. Tennessee still has a shot to close out this defensive line in the class of 24 with a lot of talent. So why does it get interesting? Again, going back to the quote, coming out of the official visit, Jordan Ross basically saying, I'm going to keep that silent. I'm going to let the coaches know, and then I'm waiting all the way to December. Then he says I may pop off at any time. So you really don't know. You can't gauge that timeline. And look, it's just my personal opinion. Some of the things that I've read made it sound like this was a Tennessee-Florida battle. Georgia really not in the mix. So where does it get interesting? Let's first go look at the Twitter profile from Jordan Ross. Go give him a follow at childsplay_205. Let him know he would look good in orange, but don't get weird. Don't DM recruits. Don't do things like that. But there's nothing wrong with showing a little love. So let's go down here to July the 6th. At this point, I might just commit at any time. Now, where the things really got interesting yesterday, you can see a thumbs down from Jordan Ross. It says this tweet was deleted by the tweet author. So what is that about? Let's get into it. Jordan Ross saying, I just may commit at any time. Well, let's go and take a look at this. This is from Twitter. This is what he was referring to. This is from VAWLS Scoops. I don't know the guy. I don't know anything about him. I don't know what he does. He put hashtag we want Ross. Says Jordan Ross is ranked the number 12 player and number 2 edge prospect, according to 247 Sports. Florida's Keith Nyber from On3 has been told the four-star is likely to not end up at Florida, leaving Tennessee as the presumed front runner. Come home, and then he tags Jordan Ross's Twitter account there. Now, the interesting thing about this is this is the tweet. You can see there, the guy that sent the screen capture. Look at my ugly mug up there playing some NCAA football. Regardless, The guy that sent me this screen capture caught it as it went out, and then it got deleted shortly thereafter. But the interesting thing is this news from Keith Nyber over at On3 was posted on VolQuest by Austin Price earlier that morning. Here's the direct quote from Keith Nyber. He says, I have been told 4-star edge Jordan Ross of Birmingham is not likely to end up at Florida. So again, maybe Vol Scoops is reading between the lines. Maybe he is just stating his opinion that he thinks Jordan Ross ends up at Tennessee. The quote here from Keith Nyberg goes on to say, at this time, the Gators are prioritizing others at the position and moving in another direction per a trusted source. It sounds like Florida not only feels really good about how it's doing this cycle at the edge, but there is a belief the Gators remain very much in the hunt for some other high-level guys. So when I read that, it sounds to me like Florida is moving in a different direction for whatever reason. Are they saying that Jordan Ross is not a take? Is this about NIL money? You can only take so many guys at the edge position. So many rumors, so many things that a lot of people on VolQuest were talking about, but then you can follow it up with this tweet. This is the one with the thumbs down from Jordan Ross. So he's responding to this tweet right here that says not likely to end up at Florida, leaving Tennessee as the presumed front runner. And then Jordan Ross follows it up with a thumbs down. So how do we read into that? How do we read into that response from Jordan Ross? Is that a thumbs down about the report saying that Florida is prioritizing others at that position, moving in a different direction? Again, this is from Keith Nyber at On3. This is not my words. This is his words. I'm here to read it, discuss it, and talk about it with you guys. So how is Jordan Ross responding? Is he upset? Is he irritated that somebody is tagging him and basically saying, hey, you're not a take at Florida? Or is he upset that it's not Tennessee that's in the front? How do you unpack it? When I look at it, I think Tennessee is in a very good spot. And again, you can go back to the On3 profile, the On3 recruiting prediction machine. And again, take it for what it's worth. We learned this doesn't mean everything. It's not the end all be all. You got Tennessee out front at 29%. But the conversation all along has been Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia. And it appeared to be that Tennessee and Florida were the two that were really competing for Jordan Ross. So if Florida decides to go in another direction, then you get the mysterious tweet from Jordan Ross saying, at this point, I might just commit at any time. Jordan Ross is going to have himself a moment. He's going to have an opportunity to set a date, commit if that's what he chooses to do. And a lot of people are going to be tuning in to see where the 5-star edge rusher ends up. Look, I've told this to many, many people that I speak to. I told this to Braylon Staley when he came on the channel. These kids are under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and they are trying to make the best decision for themselves, for their family, for their career, for their future. There are a lot of factors that go into it. And too many times we as fans say, it's all about money. It's all about NIL. Why don't you just come to Tennessee? Of course, we all bleed orange. We love Tennessee. We would love to have Jordan Ross here, but he's going to make the best decision for his family. We're going to continue to follow this class of 2024. I think if you get Jordan Ross in the boat and then you go get Danny Okoye, this defensive line is all of a sudden starting to take shape. You start to forget about the misses and you look at the guys that we've landed on, and let's move forward. Cam Franklin, also a 5-star defensive lineman, could pull the trigger at any time. It's believed to be Miami and Tennessee. Ole Miss trying to get in the mix there. I think he's a priority. I think Cam Franklin is also a priority after missing on Williams Nwaneri. Missing on Elijah Rushing, even though Tennessee was late to the game on that one. Also missing on Cam Fountain, which I don't necessarily think that one is done yet. But what do you guys think of all the tweets from Jordan Ross? What do you think with the thumbs down, with the news coming from the On3 recruiting analyst that said that he's just not going to end up at Florida? Do you think that Jordan Ross is trending to Tennessee? Or do you think it's a thumbs down? Hit the comment section. Let me know. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. And if you're not a member of the channel, do me a favor. Take a look. Hit the join button down below. It's only $1 a month. If you like the videos, the content, the live streams, all the bonus material we do around here, it's just $1. Hit that join button. We would appreciate it. You get custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun stuff. This channel is about to get ramped up. We're right around the corner from football season. We're going to have post-game shows, fan call-in shows every week, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're new to the channel, a lot of new stuff will be coming your way once football season kicks off. You guys saw the merch. Go check it out. bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.